Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Trades by Will, which is me. I'm doing something new. I'm still relatively new to trading. I've just hit my 1 year mark. So I mean I got a strategy, I got my own thing, but I'm still making my way up. But I created this channel so I can basically hold myself more accountable, put myself on the spot, and it's just my way of pretty much journaling. And if I'll have videos to look back on throughout my trading journey. And if anybody wants to tag along with this journey, feel free. With that being said, I'm gonna just cut right into it. So going into the session, I was leaning bearish. We had 10 a.m. news, so I wasn't really looking at the charts at 9:30. I didn't really hop on until 9:45, and that created my bias. Price bounced off a 1 hour fair value gap PD array right over here. Respected, bounced back, and then but I was still leaning bearish because we had a lot of sell side to take. We had sell side here, 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 respected 15, respected 5, right there. Yeah. So what I was looking for, I wanted to see price take highs and then look to short. And then with the news candle at 10, if we created data lows, that would have been my strong target for the day. So we fast forward. It's currently 9:44. Speed it up. Okay. So 10 a.m. hit. We had news, data lows, price moved up. Uh, Price took out the sell side here, but I want to see if we can move a little bit higher. If not, I was honestly okay with it. I just need a clean structure. I trade inversion fair value gaps, and when I look to enter, basically I want enough structure, but I use the 1 minute to the 5 minute as my time frames, and whatever fair value gaps are generated, I go off the highest time frame. So if there's a 1 minute and there's nothing else, I take it. If there's a 1 minute, but then there's also a 3 minute, I have to wait for that 3 minute to inverse. And sometimes it takes off without you, but it's got a decent win rate. Let price go up. Moved higher. So we took out all the sell side that I wanted. We had more up here, but at this point, I was happy. Now the next thing I wanted was this 15 minute to get respected. So if we can get a decent rejection off of this and we close below the fair value gap, then my bias is pretty much complete. Now I just need my entry to short. So let me come here. Price moves lower. Mark that right there. So price is moving lower. Move back up. But if you check the time frames, let's see. We had multiple 1 minutes. We had a 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, and we also have a 5. So because of my rules, I have to wait for that 5 minutes inverse. Unfortunately, it was pretty discounted at that close, but let's see what happens. So we move lower. Okay. All right, so 5 minutes just closed, right? No, it didn't close right there. 5:25. Okay, so this is the 5 right here. We just fully inversed it. Now the problem with this inversion, so my target's still true, like that's my target for the day, data lows. But the thing is we're so discounted, I don't want to look to short down here. So the moment this inversed, I place a limit order. I was like, all right, I would like price to pull back here, and then I get in. These are my stops. I put my stops here because risk to reward, but I figured if we put stops right here, like on this record block or whatever, order block, then I figured that was good enough risk. Like if it went above that, I'd accept my loss and go from there. The problem is price took so long to get there that I was basically, let's see, 25 right here. So 25 all the way to 33. I almost waited 10 minutes to get this tap. At this point, we got so close to data lows, and the biggest mistake I made was ES had already swept data lows, and I forgot. I didn't think to look, so ES swept data lows, NQ didn't, but created a bullish SMT, and I was so tunnel visioned on this that once I got filled, stopped out. And I had my break even target here, but it didn't matter because I was so convinced on this that I thought it was going to go lower, but I wasn't looking back at the bigger picture. I wasn't looking at time frame alignment with ES and Q. So that was my mistake. That's why I got stopped out. So the second trade I took was actually a lunch trade. Let that play out. Let's see. So price moved around. Let's see. So looking at the time frames, we have a 1, multiple 1s, 2, 3, and a 4. No 5. So the highest time frame we have is a 4-minute. So I thought this was a pretty clean setup. I can't remember if we formed an SMT or not. I think we did. But so in my mind, I was like, okay, I like this. We reswept highs and we have a decent reaction. If we inverse the 4, I'm in. So we got the close right here. Or wait, yeah, 4-minute inversed. I'm not sure why it's all the way over there, but let's see. Bear with me. I'll get better at this over time. This is my first ever recording, doing this raw, talking to myself. So if I end up like pausing a lot, that's why. Okay, so the 4-minute did inversed. I got in over here. This was the candle close. So right here at 11:12 is when I placed a market execution. Stops right here on the highs. I just put it right there for good risk. And my break even was the internal lows, and my final TP was going to be my first and only TP was data lows. And this is part of the problem. I got a little too tunnel visioned. I wanted to make back my losses. I did de-risk, so I do risk 0.5% on a 150K funded account. So when I entered this, I was only risking about like 500, so it was a little less. I wanted to do even less, but I didn't want to tighten up my risk. So I was only in for one contract, and I wanted to make back my loss. So this is part of the problem. I got tunnel visioned, and I could have got out with something. At least I could have got out with my losses. So we keep going. Boom, break even. So at this point, once price passed these lows, I immediately de-risked, and now I'm at break even. So at this point, I'm risk free. And if we follow, we move lower and stopped out. So I got stopped out at break even here. But honestly, um, looking back at it, it was the same problem that I had with the first trade. I was so confident and so tunnel visioned on those data lows that I really believe that the data lows were going to get hit. Obviously, that wasn't the right mindset. Honestly, I could have just got out at 1-to-1 and I would have claimed most of my losses at that point. So I would have been almost break even or almost just like a 0 PNL day. That's probably what I should have done because I don't even really trade lunch hour anyways. But I was tunnel visioned again on those data lows, so I held. And at that point, I was just like, you know what? I'm not even really supposed to trade lunch hour. So because I'm in and I de-risked a little, I'm either going to hit break even, just accept my 0.5% loss, or it's going to hit final my those data lows And then not only would I make back my losses, but I'd be in the green a little. Obviously, that was probably the wrong mindset to have with all this. We probably had, yeah, see, like we had an unfilled 5 right here. So honestly, and I didn't think about this either. So almost 1-to-1 at the 5. I could have just left it a little lower so I can get that 1-to-1, and I should have got out right there. So that's pretty much what happened. Uh, as a trade recap, I got off after that, and that's pretty much it. Um, the more I do this, the smoother it'll go. I'm sure it was all over the place, but I'm just gonna upload it anyways and just go from there. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.